Everyone on YouTube, and welcome back to the 19th part tutorial of how to model a basketball court arena. To this part is a little bit just strange. I want to try and do something, and I already do some attempts to create this. Still, yet it's a little bit weird thing that's going on here, and I never been able to really understand how to do this at the correct way. So whatever I'm going to do now is just a little bit I don't know, it's not like hard or something that it's impossible, but it is deserve just a little bit more attention and being careful. So if I will zoom into the geometry, I will first explain what are we gonna do. We're gonna create a hole inside this pipe, okay, this um, this inclined pipe here, and I'm trying to assemble it in a way that it will face the same area here that this thing going on here. Now the thing is, because it's inclined, it's a little bit hard to assemble exact hole here and to make the geometry look good at the same time. So let me first say that we have here three lines that go through here, and these three lines basically very disturbing right now. They are not helping me in any way. They are not contributing anything, and because I already set them, I will need to remove them first. So what I will do, I will right click, choose edge. I'm gonna grab the upper edge, double click on it, and then the lower part, the lower edge. So only the middle and the one that it's really important is there. So I'm gonna shift right click, choose delete edge, and delete those. Now I will have only two here, and that's all good. Okay, let's just keep things in some of a logic way that we can work with it. um, Now I'm gonna hold on shift first, press F8 to bring it back to object mode, hold on shift, insert edge loop tool, and I'm gonna switch to side view so I can see this thing better. And I want to create two edge loops, one here at this point, and one here, and one here, this point, and one here. This is just two borders lines. Now if you remember, we still have those here up to here at the lower part, so we have a frame here that can help us maintain this area without making any mistakes later on that can basically ruin the geometry here. So here they are as they should look like. You just grab this and shift right click, slide this a little bit up over the other one, and this one a little bit to here. Okay, so with that done, I'm gonna grab this edge, control right click, edge ring, utilities to edge ring, and split. And with that done, I'm gonna grab this edge and press G also to make another one here. So I'm gonna grab these, and I don't want to grab those at the other side. I don't want them to be selected, so I will remove the selection from them and switch to scale tool, and I'm gonna do something like so. Now pay attention that this one is getting already too close there, and I need this to go over the limit, which is here. Now with that one, I'm gonna shift right click and chamfer vertex this one. Okay, grab this face, and I'm gonna scale this to about so, and I wanna try and bring this vertex up a little bit that way and over here, and grab this one and bring it a little bit here, and this one and bring it a little bit down here. So I can move maybe this one here down as well, just to make sure that I have enough room to make this somewhat better that way, and this one as well. So I'm gonna bring this over here, And this is already changing here some parts of the geometry, which I'm not really that satisfied with, though now I can assemble this cubic area here, making sure that it's somewhat cubic. Okay, if I press 3, I will have now a circle here, and you can see that everything is maintained, nothing really went out of proportion here or whatever. So you see, the problem here is mainly the structure of this. It looks bad, it doesn't look good, and I have no other way to do so. So in order to assemble this, this is how it should look like right now. And the only thing I do care about is that I need to add some extra edges here. So I need something to cut the edge here in this middle part, and here and here and here, all those 4 edges. So we will need to create an edge that goes from here and hitting this point here. I'm gonna grab this and simply delete this. Okay, I'm gonna go over mesh and multi-cut tool, click here and click here and search for the 50 point. Okay, click, hold and drag this that way, so you will find the 50. Now if you release and right click, this should close the line. Now we only need to be clear that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 points on each face here. 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and following the others. So right now everything is okay. I'm gonna do the same over here. Okay, and right click, here, and that way. And let's see. Okay, we have on all of them. Switch to selection tool. I'm gonna grab these 4 vertices, and I'm gonna switch to scale tool and open them up. Now you see what's going on. This is pretty bad, so I will need to relocate those over here, and according to this one also will go over here. This one will go down here, and this one will go down there. Now I have enough room to play with those two that way. Let's grab this one and bring it over here that way. I'm gonna make sure that these two centered. This one is spread open like the other one. This one as well, somewhat here. Now this one should go that way. Now if I press 3, this is what I get. It's some kind of a square, but circle, but not really looking good. So I'll try to bring those two over here that way. Now I may control this one and bring it here. This one over here. So it's starting to look a little bit better, I think. Not that bad. Alright. So press F8 and what I want to try and do now, is grab these, okay, and I'm gonna duplicate them. Press F8 3 times, and unselect this. Make sure that this is still selected. Center the pivot for it. Change to Move tool, and I'm gonna bring this on into there. Okay. This is the main idea of this, is to assemble this thing into this. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this here and let's rotate this at first, that way. I'm just making sure that each part here is looking quite good. I want to maintain this to be equal, so I'll first hold on the V, D and V, and make sure the pivot is in the center of this. Okay, and then I will snap. Oh, it's not really there, so let's bring it over here and take a look. DV. Okay, and now I will snap this into this area that way. So after this has been set that way, I'm gonna grab both of them, mesh, combine. Okay, I'm gonna go over and take my merge vertex tool and simply drag those into place. Okay, that way, making sure that at least the circle itself is determine how this area will look like. Okay, now can press F8 and 3 to have a look in this, and as long as it looks fairly nice, I'm gonna right click, choose press F8, shift right click, insert edge loop. I'm gonna insert edge loop, one here, one at the very top here, and press 3 to have a look in this. Okay, so this is how it looks. And now press F8 and sorry, 1 F8 selection tool, and I'll start and make sure that these somewhat looking better. I don't want to mess with this too much. I already done something wrong there, but we will be able to fix this, so no worries. This one, hold on the V and bring it up a little bit that way. Now we're gonna delete those faces, so no worries. Let's continue and try this. Let's bring it that way. Okay, let's bring this one over here. We're just trying to make this look just a little bit better and not really messing too much with this. So see what's up with that? Grab this one, bring it here. Grab this one, bring it down here. And the middle one, we can grab those two, making sure that nothing has been selected back there, which basically did. Okay, let's grab them again and make this look that way. Okay, so still can tweak more little things, so like this, part here, and this one, this vertex here, and just give it some reasonable way to look like. So I'm gonna grab these two here, I mean this edge here. Something's trying to act weird with Maya. Shift right click, slide edge. Where is it? And this is weird. No, something really weird happening here. It's not seeing this. I'm not sure why. And what's the reason for this? But anyway, let's grab these. Okay. And I'm gonna minimize this for a second. I think that my camera settings is not really helping here. So, let me first pause. Can resume and record. I had some issues with Maya for a second. I had to save the file and open Maya again. So with that done, basically I wanted to get this edge here for a reason. So let's grab all of it and all of it, because there is a tiny thing here and there, and you want to make sure that you grab everything at the same time. And shift right click and slide edge. Let's see, and slide it that way. Okay, we're simply somehow arranging the geometry so it will really be where it should be. So let's grab these. There is this little guy here, this one, okay, and this one, and now I'm missing something. So let's just move this that way. Shift right click, slide edge, middle mouse button, bringing it into place that way. So you see, the geometry now really looks much better than earlier. So I'm gonna press F8, and what I want to do is really grab those faces only, go over edit mesh, duplicate. Okay, I only need this, nothing more than that. Press F8 3 times, unselect this, grab this piece, go over modify center pivot for it, relocate this over here. Now this thing should be the opposite way, right? So we really need to make sure that we are rotating it correctly. So I'm gonna switch to rotation tool, and I need this always to be up, okay, this corner to stay up. So let's do this that way. Gonna do this that way, though it seems to me that it's not really okay. Okay, let's simply reverse. Let's keep it as it is and reverse the normals. I feel stupid for a second. And that's it. Okay, now I'm gonna grab those two and isolate them because I can't work that way. So I'm isolating this, and I can work now with those two. And what I will do here first, I'm gonna right click, choose vertices. Now I want to grab the vertices only these two, nothing more, like those for instance. And I'm gonna grab those two and make sure nothing else has been selected. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, these two, and these two. Okay. Look over here again to make sure that nothing, really nothing, has been selected. Yes, just control and mark all this area so nothing that has been selected will stay selected. And with that, I'm gonna spread them up. Okay, I need to do this again. I'm gonna switch to selection tool and grab those in the middle, this also. So let's see. Okay, and open that up. Bring those. Let's grab those two only. Bring those over here. Ah, this dragging thing is really annoying. Okay. See that nothing wrong happened here. So we're doing the same thing as there, or just simply relocating those vertices downwards. So they are here. I just moved something that shouldn't have been selected. Again. For some reason they've moved. So maybe they should look like this and I haven't really seen this. Yeah. So you know what? Shift Z. Bring them up. Bring those up. Bring those up. Bring those down. And bring this one down as well. Oopsie. See, this is very terrible. Need to really be aware of what you do. Let's grab this edge. Control right click. Add ring utilities to add ring and split. We need the split one. And we're gonna grab those faces and delete them. We're gonna grab this and move it into place. So you see we managed to do this. We only need to patch this. So I hold on the V key and make sure it's snapped over here. And then what I will do is isolate this part alone for a second. So where is the isolation? Here. And I want to grab this and bring it back just inside a little bit, so I will be able to grab this, and then with the merge vertex tool I will be able to stretch it into place, attach it. So I just make it a little bit tinier on the radius, just so I can see it better. And let's unisolate and then grab those two and isolate again. Oopsie. Press F8 first and then do this. Okay, so now they're both selected. Mesh, combine first. Unisolate and isolate again. Mesh tool, merge vertex tool. And let's patch this. All right. So now you can see here that I maintain them at least straight here and trying to make sure that everything here is correct. I'm gonna pause for a second. Went back and now she's starting to whining again. She always need attention and I don't have time for this right now. That is working, that is no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so trying to fix this one at least so it will look good, and trying to fix this one at the same time. I'm relying on this vertex, nothing more than that, and bringing this a little bit down, or that way I can play with it a little bit. These two. Okay, now let's do this one only, and here that one. This way. And this one. I think that's fine. And maybe these, I can bring them down a little bit. That way. Alright. Yeah, I think this is quite fine. Okay. Now, the main idea was to keep that radius. Okay, this radius is very important because they're using almost the same radius, and I need to make sure that this radius is there, okay, for the other part. I'm gonna unisolate this for a second, and please, I'm giving you a few seconds to look at this, though still yet you can pause and, examine this, how it looks. I'm gonna double click on this one, extrude it, this edge, switch to move tool, scale tool, sorry. Gonna do something like so. Gonna extrude it once again and bring this inwards that way. Now here I'm gonna hold on the V key and bring it here. Now I may want to change this. I mean, it's not really the size of the hole that should be here, but if I'm gonna choose that this will be the diameter, so just for now let's keep it that way. We can always come later and patch this area, so really no worries about this. Let's do something else. Let's grab this piece and delete it, and grab this piece which we already worked on. Control D, duplicate, and let's move it into place. Okay, I'm gonna use the side view to take a look at this. Now, to position this, you only need to press 3 and to smooth preview this and this one as well. So now you can see the circles better and you can really tell where this should be or where it shouldn't be. Now, because I have very little place that I can play here with this, I don't want to make this, worse. I want to make sure that the pipe will be inserted, and I want to make sure that at the top here it should be where it should be. Okay, so right now I'm not satisfied with that. I think that it should be a little bit more of like that. Okay, but I have nothing really to do about this right now. This is where my hole is, and to relocate all of this is simply going to be a hard time and will deserve everything to remade. So we're gonna be satisfied with that being over here, and we can always grab these and do something like so, just to make things easier for us. Okay, Now, I think this is a little bit rushed to decide to move it over here. I can still see what will happen later on when I will create holes in this part of the hoop. Okay, so I'm gonna save this part right now. File save scene as. For me it's already 14 because of the test files. I'm gonna save this, and yeah, I'm gonna wrap this part of the tutorial, and we're gonna meet again at the next part. So I hope that this was somewhat informative and it will be easier for you to do. I know that you will need a few attempts. Even when I was trying to do this, it was a little bit hard on me. But a little bit of practice and just really see what you're doing is the key for this. So that's it. See you at the next part. Bye.